What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Before we get started with today's Six Nations predictions, a massive thank you to each and every one of you for subscribing. We have hit 2,000 subscribers and are still going strong. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to each and every one of you. I truly appreciate it. Whether you're here for sport, whether you're here for motivation, I really appreciate each and every one of your support. It's a big thank you from the bottom of my heart. But now, two predictions. What a weekend we have in store for us, guys. Six Nations is finally here. We are right around the corner. This weekend we can all sit with a pint or a beer or a wine, brandy, whatever you drink, and enjoy the rugby. If you're a junior, enjoy it with your parents. But man, it's going to be some great rugby. I am truly excited for it. A lot of injuries are happening here and there for different teams, which is definitely going to impact certain teams, but I really think overall outcome of the Six Nations this year is going to be outstanding. Definitely probably the tournament of the year. You know, Rugby Championships is exciting, but with the caliber of these teams in the Six Nations, I just think we've got such an awesome tournament ahead of us. So let's get to it. First game, Wales versus Scotland. Both teams, again, as I said, injuries are facing them. Scotland, there's a lot of talk with their prop injuries affecting their performance maybe against Wales. I just recently read that Welsh is a boost for Scotland. Apparently last played in the last World Cup or something like that, so maybe that will give the Scots a boost. But let's not forget their backs are on fire and all that stuff, so I really think that you can't count them out just yet. Wales also, dark horse, great team. They have experience, they have experience of their coach. They have it in them. I'm really gutted that they're also going through injuries, because it again just shows that they might not be the actual team there. They didn't have a good end of year tour, so pretty much if I'm predicting this game, I see Scotland winning by between 3 and 5 points. I think it's going to be close. I know Wales are at home and they have the advantage at the Millennium Stadium. I know it's called another name, but I call it what the history tells me. So I think it's going to be tough, but and the Welsh will have their crowd and home ground advantage, but I just think Scotland are on the rise and another level at this point of time. Not saying Wales are bad, I just see Scotland just edging it, but man, it's going to be close. Could be wrong. It's definitely a tough prediction, but I just think Scotland have it in them to beat the Welsh this weekend. Next game, France versus Ireland. This is going to be quite a game. Both teams have the talent, but unfortunately French rugby is not looking good at this stage. They've been on the downhill, didn't have a good year at all last year. As I said in the previous preview video, I said the only highlight really French rugby had was the 2023 Rugby World Cup win to host it. But unfortunately for them, I just see it being a tough year for them. I could be wrong, but just my thoughts on that. They've got a new coach and they are developing and growing, but I just think, judging from last year's history, I just don't see French rugby dominating the Irish. Ireland are just on another caliber. Also have the odd injury here or there, but for me, Ireland are just going to be top and dominant and will comfortably win this game. Again, it is in France, and I know a lot of people say this is the toughest game one of the toughest games for Ireland because of the history and all that stuff, but I just think if we look at French rugby at the moment, I don't see Ireland having an issue, and I see them winning comfortably by 12 points. So that's my prediction for France and Ireland. Dog obviously agrees. And then we get to the last game, England versus Italy, playing in Italy. This is going to be a bit of a walkover, I think. Sad to say, Italy are a great rugby team, great nation, passionate, proud, as I said before, but unfortunately England, also the odd injury here and there, but they are just on another level. They are the second team in the world. They had a good end of year tour, and obviously a lot to say could have been better, but they still won. They were undefeated. They only lost one game last year to Ireland. The previous Six Nations champions, so all favours are going towards England. I really see England dominating this game by, I'm going to say, more than 18 points, if not more than 20 points. Maybe Italy give England a bit of a fright and a scare at the start of the game. Who knows? But for me personally, I just see England dominating this game. And that's going to do it for the predictions for this week. It's going to be one hell of a tournament. I think we could see some exciting stuff. The surprise for me that could be this weekend is Scotland beating Wales. As I said, Ireland, France to me is just a pick where I quite strongly believe that Ireland are going to beat the French. And then obviously Italy and England, it's just a no-brainer. England are going to win. But man, I'm up for shockers. There's nothing better than a rugby shock where it shocks the whole world. So bring it on. If we get it, we get it. But main thing is rugby season's upon us. Six Nations is here. And yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and join the journey as we continue to grow. Can we get to 2,500 middle year? Who knows? But with your help, I'm sure we can achieve anything. Thanks so much for watching. Keep safe, never give up, and enjoy the rugby. Support your team. Let me know in the comment section who you support, what country you're from, and what are your predictions for this weekend. Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys on Monday for the recap. Have a great weekend and enjoy it. Cheers.